and thank you for watching. Today is going to be a special day because I'm about to finish my large Dino Wiggly art journal, and I will do this together with you. I will finish this spread and the previous spread, and I work on a canvas page, and it will be big fun. So I hope you enjoy watching it with me. So the idea was to finish these pages, these two, and these two. So two spreads, and that are already good, especially this one from a vintage magazine. I really loved working on it. It was an assignment for the students from my art journal lessons, and I thought it would be great to add some, well, carton colored things like this. It's the same color. I had some violas, and I also had this one, and maybe I want to add some more yellow or do the same pattern here on her blouse. And then I thought it would be nice to put this one like here somewhere. And then on the other side, it's pink. And I found it already hard to choose which side shall I use. The music sheet with pink or this wonderful, well, pattern. And I think I would go for this, and then I have both options. It's something that Machtel gave to me. We all created a package for each other, and this was something that she had for me. So this one could also be possible for this page. Oh, I forgot these ones. These are actually honesty seed boxes. You can still see it here. And I could use them like this, but I put them once under the jelly plates, and then they turned blue. Not everywhere, not everything, but partly they turned blue. And I thought it would be nice because it's the same kind of blue that she has in her head. So I could simply create a composition from all the things I collected here. And maybe it's best to start with this page. And what I've done to protect the page, and this is also always shrinking. You can already see it. I also cut a piece of this canvas page, but this is also always getting smaller when you glue it. And so what I do, I put some blank gesso on it to prevent that, and then it's already shrinking. And then afterwards, when I now glue something, it won't shrink more. So that's the best thing to go with these pages. I have prepared myself some paint, but I think there will be no paint on this page. I think I just glue some things down. Maybe I do something with the blouse. So I go for some yellow and to make this maybe a little brighter. And then I go for this old book page. I still want to have some letters visible, but I want to tear off the blank space around it. And it's a Dutch book page, and I often find them in libraries, in the street, and sometimes I'm able to replace a book from myself that I don't want to read again. But sometimes it's just taking something. Most of the time I put another book in. I don't like this part white. So you see the way I'm tearing is the piece that I want to keep is I'm holding it up. And this one is going down, and here is a little, well, you can see it if I have it here. You can see this edge is white because the paper is always existing out of more layers. In this case, it's 2 layers. Also, this one is nice, but it's a little bit too blue. So I put all the things that I don't need aside. And this is a piece of wallpaper, but I think it's too gray for this page. So I will leave that aside as well. And I think it's nice to do something with these little honesty. And this is also very nice. And I like this side better than that one. So I will just go for simple collage. And you never see me collecting those things because it's such a... Well, most of the time the table is filled with boxes and all kind of things to... and sometimes I need to go upstairs because there are more goodies there, and I have collected all kind of things. I can show you a box of collage items, but when I have such a page as this in mind, then it's quite easy. It's just colors that are in this page, and everything on this page has to be the same. So this could already be enough, but I wanted this one to be here. So I think this is going to be a group, and maybe I want to do something with, I think something with a little yellowish color here would be great. And then I put this one, I will overlap the yellow part a bit with that. So just a small box of yellow to make it enough. So I go for yellow and I go for a little buff titanium. So it's a bit lighter yellow that's also in these flowers. And maybe I can add even a little white to it to make it a little lighter. And yellow is not a color that I use very often anymore. I had a time using a lot of yellow, but for now it's just, I don't know, maybe it's too sunny and too happy for me. I don't know. But it comes back, and I now see that all colors are returning once in a while, and now it's happening to me that I'm a bit done with blue, and blue is, well, has been my base for, I think, kind of 3 years or so. And before that period, I never used any blue, ever. So it's not that I don't love blue, but I thought it didn't match other colors in my painting. So I was just like, I don't want to use blue. Maybe I want to use a little brown here. But now what I see is that now I integrated blue in my art. It's just, yeah, this is better. This is quite warm. Now I integrated blue in my work. I found it's very nice to have it with other colors, and it's not that I use blue in all of my paintings, but just part of the blue. Part of the painting is blue. Like, I had never painted the skies blue. I didn't like that, but now I really love painting blue skies. So now I have to see which is the most, overlapped one. And this one, it should be on top. So this one is overlapping that one. So I first have to go for this one. And finally, I do that one. You must know that outside it's nearly 30 degrees Celsius. And I am sitting inside with my art journal. I always had theory that you should go outside when it's warm. But I hear all those voices that people once told me, like you should go outside every day, and you should have a walk, and you should enjoy the weather. I enjoy the weather, but maybe I go for a swim. We live close to the beach, so maybe I go for a swim tonight when it's less hot. This one is a bit diagonal. I want to have it like this. And now we have this part. And sometimes I feel full pages with everything, but now this woman is already taking, I want her to take the most space in this spread. So I want to, this is just connecting. So I will go for this part, but I don't. I just do the edge. I glue the edge, and then it goes like this, a bit underneath, and then like this. And you see nothing is happening. This isn't bubbling and crinkling anymore, just because I put that blank gesso first on top. Now I go for the blouse and creating little shapes of darker yellow. Maybe I want to have kind of this color on that blouse first, like putting a little brown, adding a little brown, make it a little brighter, but not too much. Maybe I have to add a little more white. And somebody asked me, why do you never paint a face on YouTube? And maybe I will do that next time. But at the moment, we're editing a portrait course. And I really can't wait to share that one with you. But I think it will be nice to paint something with you, because it's very nice to paint portraits. So this is a little brighter. It's the same light color as that. And now I go with a small brush, and I will draw some, well, I don't know what these are. I think it's from the jelly plate, just some shapes with well, kind of green. So I mix up, I will show you my palette. I mix up, this is burnt umber, this is Payne's gray, and this is cadmium yellow. I mix a little, and I think we go for kind of a greenish color, like that. And it doesn't have to be too clear. We'll just see what we have here, like leaves. And it's just like I painted. I didn't paint her blouse. I just I glued down some fabric with this pattern on it. Or Machteld just gave me more paper like this, and then I created these kind of shapes. So I think it's very nice. And this vintage magazine is from, I thought it was 1946. So just after the war. But it could also be that it's from the war. I don't know it anymore. It could also be 1939. Well, I have to check. So I think this page is done, but I could go for a little pattern in this piece of paper. I think it's Lokta paper. It's from Nepal and it's just wonderful. I go for a very simple pattern because I don't want to overrule the other items on this page. Now we could even go for something with red because of her lips, but I think I will keep it to this. And I could also go for another pattern in this part, but I just see that this is a little part. Oh, that's too brown, but it doesn't matter. Maybe I have to go for a little more yellow. I'll make that yellow a little darker than it is right now. And now it has dried, so I think it's okay. To make it a little warmer, browner, and to create a warm color, actually yellow is already a warm color. But if you want to create something, make it a little warmer, then it often helps to add a little brown to that surface. And you see it's very good. In those areas, I don't want them to be too, well, neat, like straight edges, and this is okay. Just messing a little and overlapping these little brown dots. I'm not going to overlap all these dots, but what I could do is add some more pattern work and get the pattern work a little outside of the paper. I really love that. Oh, there's also white on it. I don't mind. It's okay. And now we go for this. So I think it's nice to continue patterns. So now it's time for the glue and to do the honesty seed boxes. Where do I have those? Oh, here. So now we have to see if it's better like this or if it's better like this. And I think, despite of the blue on top, which is matching this and is matching that, I think there's also a little blue left, but I think this is more peaceful. And it's because the blue is a connective color. It's between, if you look at the color circle, it's between blue and yellow. So it's connecting everything together. So it's a brownish green. So I will go for that. I'm sorry for these green parts. And because I just glued the yellow, I just painted the yellow and it's wet, I won't glue on this part. Maybe when it's dry, I could do that, but then I first have to dry everything. So now I go for the glue on the honesty itself, and also on the stock. And these ones are from France. I think it's nice when it's overlapping this part a little. And now I can still fold them in the way that I want them to be. So they are already dried in a... The overlapping part is also okay. Maybe this one needs to have a little more glue. I really love that. This really wants to go to the left side. Here I can glue on the paper as well. So I don't want to have too much white from the glue. It dries up transparently, but sometimes you just don't know what's happening when it's a very thick layer. Now I just push it a little until it's in the right place. And it won't loosen up anymore. And then I can take the hairdryer. Maybe I do have to do it once more, but I think it's enough. And we can go after that, we can go to the other page. So it was wonderful to create this spread for you. And we go to the other one. And that's this one. Another portrait, and I also collected some collage materials to add to this page. This is from a very old kitchen towel thing, serviettes, and this is, I think this is just a bookmark for, it was for the previous video. Here I have something more from this wonderful fabric or, well, patterned kitchen paper. I don't know how it's called, but it could be nice to add that. This is, I think this is another piece that Machtel gave to me. So it's just a Machtel page. Let's see, I'm just trying some things out, and this is something that I had in a bouquet of flowers. I think it will be nice here. And I think I have even more of that, but I don't know where that is. I think this is too gray, just like the other wallpaper thing that I had here. It's nice, but it's too silvery gray-like. And I think this one is better, because then this would be in the middle of these things. And maybe I can still do something with purple in this pattern, because this pattern is quite boring. But I first will tear it and we'll see what will be happening when I add it in the middle of the page, like here. And I think it would be wonderful. And then this could be overlapping that. So this also marks a way of looking, well, you go out the page, out of the page. You go, if you look from the left to the right, you first look at her face, and then you go like that. And then you will turn the page and you see all the things that I've just been doing. So I was struggling with the mouth a little, and it was a copy from something that I created on paper, and it was actually something from the bonus lesson from my portrait course. So I did this portrait and I covered her face, but I wasn't satisfied with the mouth. I think the mouth, you can still see it a little, was a bit too much on the left side for the viewer. So what I will do is take a little Derwent pencil, and then you can see how I create the mouth, a new mouth. And here I have my little Derwent pencil. And I just use it to create a new mouth and a new chin line. Because I think this is the chin line. So this is approximately the middle of the face, and then between the chin line and the eyes is the nose, and then here, well, will be, I think here will be the mouth. This will be the darkest line between the lips, and this will be the upper lip, and this will be the lower lip. And I think this is good. And what we are going to do is mix up a color for the lips. And I have some red ochre here, and I have some white here. And for this lip, I will just do a lighter color like this. And you must remember that when you are creating lips, the structure or texture of lips is like this, is vertically. And so you have to keep that in mind, that you really see that. And when you color in, you always want to go like this because you are coloring, but the texture goes like that. So maybe this brush is a bit too large for this, to do this element. And I have some Payne's gray. Oh, this is far too much. I don't mind. I will just wipe it away a little. It's still possible. Yep. So now I mixed up some other colors in lips. That wasn't my intention, but you see the Payne's gray is also in this page, so it's totally fine. And I also go for the chin line to make it a little brighter. And you must remember that when you create a face, it's always more about areas than lines, rather than lines. It's all about shadow and light. So some areas are dark and some areas are lighter. This will be the dark. Just around the face is a bit darker. And I don't want to give too much suggestion like clothes or something. I think it's just okay to keep it like this. And there are all kind of flowers here. I can add some more flowers here too. And here can be another blue flower. And here can be another blue flower. So, and I could even continue creating more flowers here on this page, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that because I think it's good this way. Maybe I want to do something more with the eyes because she is missing, well, her pupils are a little light still, and I want to have them a little darker. And I also need to give her a little, light point, a little highlight, as it's called. And that's the best thing. I think this one is a little more on the left side and this one is a little more on the right side. So I will make them both a little larger. I think this eye is smaller than that one, so I will just go for a little eye correction. Oh. And sometimes it's good when you make a portrait, it's good to take a little distance or to look at it from top. I won't do that because I will, well, you only see the back of my head, but you can also hold it like this or put it on an easel and see if it's still okay. And I think when I look at it like this, like straight, frontally, then I see that this is a little too high, which I don't see when I'm working, well, when my work is on the table and I'm sitting here. So what I will be doing is lower this eye a little. And I will use whites, but also I will add a little buff titanium. No, face is even more white, but I don't mind. It's okay. Now I will look at it once more. I think this is better. The eyes don't have exactly the same shape. No, in real life, people don't have that either. So I will just do a little, another eye correction, and then I go for maybe this part of the face is larger than that part. So I will look at it when I am done with the eyes. I think sometimes it's just good to create a little vagueness here like this. And it's a bit messy, but it's also a bit less neat, a bit painterly. I don't know how to call that, but I will also do something with her hair to create this part of the face. Well, it can be a little thinner, less round. I really love this part. And I will give a little more light on top. Blue light, blue highlights in the hair. And it's just a fantasy portrait. I made it up. Also, when I used it for my online class, I just took something that I drew intuitively, because the course is all about drawing intuitive portraits. So if you want to go for that, stay in touch and subscribe to the channel, and You can also subscribe to newsletter on my website. Maybe you already follow the class with me, and otherwise it would be great if you'll be joining something, because now you just follow my process, and sometimes I say what I do, but sometimes I'm just Bob Rossing and just enjoying the process, and I don't say everything that I'm doing because I didn't prepare this. And when I'm doing a course, I'm giving a class, I prepare everything I do, and even though I'm drawing intuitively, there are always some things that you can't prepare exactly, but the process and the things that I want to tell, that they are prepared. Yeah, I think this is it for at least this page. And what I could do is add a little more white to the cheeks, but I think it's just good like how she is right now. And maybe I want to do something with this lip, because I want to make this line the darkest line that she has, the middle line between the lips. And then I can maybe can give it a little laugh. Like here. Maybe it's a bit overforced laugh, but I really love that. And I can also make these nostrils a little darker, like this. And sometimes I just remove some things that I've done. I think the laugh should not be forced. It's just a little line, a little of that. Like this is okay. And now I miss some parts. I think they're on the ground. So I have this larger part, which should be in the middle of that page. And here I have this part. I have this part, and I had another part. I think it's also on the ground. I think I have to go and find it. I still don't see it, so I now go for these parts that I will glue down, and I will find it later and finish it. And so these are my final steps for this book. And this one needs to go underneath. And this is from a French book. And it was a children's book. And here are some questions about the book with multiple choice questions. So I took it out of the French library to exercise my French. It was actually the story of Robinson Crusoe, but then for children. The easy peasy French version. And I could understand it. It was just great. But it's also good to exercise a new language with stories that you already know and that you really loved when you were a child. So I really loved the story about Robinson Crusoe, but also about the Swiss family Robinson and those kind of stories. I just loved stories about islands. This is a bit of a weird part in it. I'm gonna cut it off, so like this. And now we go for I hope I did it in the right order. I think I did. Oh, I did it like this. I don't know it anymore. I think I did it like this. Again, I'm making groups. I have another collage video, and there I have 10 tips to create wonderful collage pages in your art journal. But you could also go for collage on canvas or paper, and you don't need to work in a book, of course, but I will put the link in from that video in the end screen. Oh, this is really a hard thing to glue because it's so thin, and actually this was existing out of more layers, and this is just one final layer, and hopefully I can still manage to, no, unfortunately, so I have to go for just a small part. Sometimes that's happening to a project. Oh yeah. And then I go over it again and it's not working. So unfortunately this isn't working out the way it's clinging to my fingers, but not to the page. So I'm so sorry that this is happening, because now I can't finish my project. So what I'll be doing is I try to find the other piece, and then I clean my hands first, and then once I found the other piece, I will first glue the fabric and the canvas, and then I will paste it, and I hope that it will not go like this. So I haven't found the other part, but it doesn't really matter, because I could go for something else that I have here, and then you can see my box with collage goodies. I also found these this larger part of the flowers the same that I have here, but maybe this would be enough. But also I could go for this one. It had some more white flowers in it. It's maybe a bit too large, but maybe this would be enough. But then, I still have another one. Oh, here is just another one. Maybe that's the best one, because it's having the exact right shape. So I will go for that one, definitely, with white flowers. I thought this one was lovely because of the purple, but this one is much more contrasting. And I will go for, a rope that I found on the road. It could be interesting, but not for now. I have some, book pages kind of things, patterns, tea bags. I am a big fan of tea bags. And this is actually paper, Meta from Buku Delphi. She's also creating the bukus, and she created this paper herself. So it would be lovely to have this little flower in the book. So sorry for the interruption. My phone battery was low and I didn't know that. But in the meanwhile, while I didn't discover that, I had this in my hand maybe to use because it's matching the white of her face, but it's quite white. That was what I was about to say. And then shortly after, I found this wonderful jelly plate piece, which I wanted to include in this collage. I still haven't found my other part of this, so I think I leave it to this page. And there's one more thing that I'd like to do, and that's adding a little pattern with a purple pencil or maybe pink pen, Posca pen. But I know I have some of these micron pens, but then in white, in purple. I believe it's this one. Yes, it's this one. That's this one. And let's do that. Maybe just a line, or maybe I go for little flower circles. That could be the whole thing changes into a flower. And it's nice because everything is dry. So when I end this video, I will create the final thing. And that's the cover of this book. And I'm really looking forward to that. And because Anthony is in Germany at the moment, he's heading for Austria, where his youngest son lives. And he is not here to do the filming. So I have to do it all on my own. So I hope you forgive me when I do some things wrong. And this is not the first time that I'm filming on my own, but every time it seems that something is going wrong. But what's wrong? Actually, I do it. And the more I do it, I learn, just as making art. And I hope it's not that visible, but some things are zoomed in too much, but I hope it's still clear. And so I have added a little purple to connect the pages even more. And I could go for this pink, but I don't know exactly the color of it. I don't know if it's the right color. I think it could match. Like here, I could simply add a little stripe. Like this and like that. There's not a lot of contrast for this color, but it's okay. So I won't do too much on it. And let's add the date to this page, and it's the 30th of June actually, and 2025. So this was it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed watching me creating the final pages. And the last thing, as I said, I need to do is mending the cover of the book. I'm looking forward to do that, but I won't do that in a video because I will do that outside to, well, then it will dry very soon. And you will see that in one of my next videos, which will be a flip through. So you will see the full result of this book. There are a lot of pages that I haven't shown. Hey, look what's here. Oh, that's a final surprise. Now I have to put it in the book, actually. Look, that's my missing piece. Whoa, where will it be? Will it be like this? It will be like this. It will be like this. It's great. All right, there's still some glue. And there's still... I'm so happy with this. This is just a finishing touch and thing. And the final thing to call my book done. And you are the witness today. And I done it with you. But now I have to be really careful because this is tearing apart easily. So I will just do it carefully. This is folded and I can't help it. I can't do any more with it. Like now it isn't dry. So I can't work on the cover, but I don't mind. And I see there are some other colors like this, well, salmon pink and this kind of petrol, aquamarine, blue, green color. But I won't add that to the rest of the picture. I think white and purple are the dominant colors, and it's almost looking as if it's underneath this part. It's a kind of tile pattern. I really love that. Yes, I can finally call it done. So I hope you enjoyed watching. I look back at my videos and I saw that I made a couple of mistakes, like I zoomed in too much and my iPhone battery went low and the video went off. But still, I hope you had a lot of fun watching me working on these pages. And in the next video, I will show you in one of my next videos, I'm not sure which one is going to be next, but in one of my next videos, I will show you the final thing, the final full book, and I also show you the cover that I created for this book. So I hope you'll be there again. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss that flip through. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.